What's going on? I made $4,818 for the day, 3 trades for the day. 1 was a loser, 2 were winners. Quickly, let's go over those. So the first trade that I took was on SPY. Prices started coming lower. The CPI came out, then we squeezed a little bit in the pre-market, and then we started selling off. This right here at the market open, sold off. I was not trading for first 15-20 minutes because the CPI numbers came out and the IV was a little bit pumped up. As soon as the market opened, I kind of stayed, chilled back a little bit. Then I took a trade at the VWAP rejection right here. I entered puts right here, and it costed me a little bit of money. The only reason why I took a loss, the big reason why I took a loss here was, first, I failed to realize how much volume was on these 2 candles, and these were the big range candles. They were not tiny candles, they were the big range candles, and I failed to realize those in the real time, right? And I entered still, but I had a tight stop loss, so I entered at 394-ish, somewhere around here, 394.7, 394.8, and I took a loss at 395. So I risked like 25 cents, and for a potential reward of $1.50, or nearly $2. So it kind of made sense as a risk to reward, and I took a loss, but it could have been avoided if I would have just paid more attention to the volume. Right. The next trade that I took was here when we broke above the VWAP. Now VWAP is usually a very strong support and resistance level for on the charts. Okay. So now I was thinking of it will act as a resistance, but it didn't. Now I'm looking at it to act as a strong support, especially because somewhere around this area in the pre-market, like this area right here, and I called it out in my chat as well, and it's a free Discord if you want to go check it out. I do not charge money for my Discord, it's completely free. So I called it out somewhere here. There was a loss that I took, and I called it out. Going to try SPY calls around this area at 10:31. I called it out. So around 10:31, somewhere in next candle, as soon as the next candle opened. So this was a zone that I had on my charts. This is where I called it out at 10:31. If you want to see that would have been 10:31 right here. This is where the entry was towards the VWAP, and it was in the zone. So entry was there, and the profit target was simply just around this supply zone. If you look at this for a minute, how many times we rejected off this area in the pre-market and in the last half an hour as well, right? Like 4 times we rejected off that on the 5-minute chart. So this was my entry, stop loss right below it, and profit target was here. It made a lot of sense, because just look at this. The profit target was here and the stop loss was right here. I was like, okay, I'm risking 30 cents to potentially make $1.50. Good risk to reward, and the move went how I planned. Everything went accordingly how I planned, and I took my profits right here. I was like, you know what, time to get out. If it breaks, this was the kind of the basic plan that I had, was if this level breaks and then retest like exactly like this, then I'll take a play again with the profit target of here. That was the plan that I had. If it breaks and retest, but I was going to take profit here anyway, and then the next candle happened, we took a huge dump straight there, and it went lower. Alright, so this was a winner trade, and it went from 395.3 to all the way to 397. That was a $1.70 move on SPY. Beautiful move, very good. Made quite a lot of money on this. Mostly a lot of money came from this. And then the third trade that I took was Nvidia. Now Nvidia, why I took this trade was, the reason why I took this trade was we were forming this trend line right here. Like if you look at this, how many touches we had of this trend line, right? 1, then the second one came here, third right here, fourth, fifth, sixth, and now I had this trend line drawn on my chart, and I was just eyeing it and see what happens when the market is so choppy, like today, you know, everything's choppy. I do not like to take breakouts, but what I instead do is I like to let it break out and then take a retest. This is where I like to take the trade, right? On especially days when we are choppy. So in this case, I was looking at, okay, I was like, okay, let it break out, let it break out, let it break out, and it broke out, right? It broke out, and then I was just looking at a retest, and then it was like retesting somewhere around here, and my entry was a little bit screwed up on this. I entered a little bit too early. My entry was here, and I was sitting in this trade for the whole 10 minutes right here, 15 minutes before it started moving at all. So my stop loss for this trade, my stop loss was below the VWAP. So I was potentially just risking, you know, if I entered there, I was risking not a lot of money. And my the reward that I had was, the initial reward was here, kind of made sense. And then the next reward was around this area. Then the next reward was the new high of the day. So this was what I was looking at, but I went in very small size because I already made a bunch of money with my SPY play. And I was just like, okay, I'll just give it a shot because it was looking good with small size. But the move happened. We started moving, hit my first profit target. I took some off, and then I saw this consolidation again, and it broke out. Took a little bit more off, made like $1,000 on this. I think $1,400 on this trade, by simply just following my simple plan. That was a breakout of this trend line, and then retest, entered a little bit too early but had a stop loss, and then sold a little bit here, sold a little bit around this area, and sold a little bit around the new highs. Of course it kept going, but I always look at it like there's so much food on the table. You can only eat this much. You cannot even try eat it all. You can't eat it all. You can only eat this much. You ate your piece, and now it's someone else's turn to eat. The person who bought your calls from you, because you sold, someone bought, right? The person who bought your calls from you, now it's his turn to eat. So if I had a plan to exit here and I exited at my level, that's okay. I'm done. I'm happy. Now the person who bought it from me, now it's his turn to eat to the next level. This helps me avoid the emotional cycle of, oh, I could have been up this much. All right. I think as you grow as a trader, these things kind of they come within you, like you just automatically start looking at things a little bit different. All right, so these were the 3 trades that actually took me to $4,800 on the day. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, throw a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already yet, and if you want to join my free Discord, the link should be in the description box below. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll make a video tomorrow again. All right, bye.